So somebody is a sanjar was not a problem. Last week I was telling, Lord Chaitanya said, I'll perform the role of Mahalakshmi. You all can join, but one condition. Those whose senses are controlled only can join. Wow. Advaitacharya said, my Lord, I cannot join. My senses are not controlled. So I'm dropping. I'm sorry, I really want to be part of this drama, but I cannot. This is Lord Chaitanya telling, if it were you and me, I'll join. What was the issue? So during the drama, were you fully sense control? Oh, yes. Whom will we cheat? Then next person to get up was Srivas. Means Kali Yuga, people don't have don't have strength. So when they all lifted their hands, see Lord Chaitanya. Lord Chaitanya said, all right. Then for whom can I perform drama? All right, I'll give my grace. You all will be sense controlled. Hare Krishna. Why? Lord Shiva also could not withstand that power of Maya, the Supreme Lord. So knowing Lord Shiva, who is in Sadashiva combined, Advaitacharya and Mahavishnu, Advaitacharya said, I cannot do that. And what is his name? Srivas Thakur, Narada Muni, he said, I cannot do that. He said, all right, I'll give you grace, but you can all watch the drama. We can all take a little solace in Brahma Vimohan Leela. Brahma says to Krishna, my Lord, even if your devotee goes astray, because he could not control his senses, but the devotee takes shelter of you, you protect the devotee, my Lord. Amazing, huh? Otherwise, you're on the altar and the worst, you're doing arti and the worst thought comes. You're chanting the holy name and the worst thing happens. Even while chanting the holy name. Means Maya is telling, hey, look, I am as powerful as Krishna. But as long as we are sincere, accept our fallen condition and go forward. Lord Chaitanya protects us. How do you feel that? Amazing, right? Huh?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Otherwise, what then? But if we become hypocritical, sometimes I think, my Lord, I could not even pass 24 hours. Then where is the hope? Not even 24 hours. This stress is so heavy, with the mental level especially. So the Brahma says that. And this last week, Advaitacharya statements, I'm not covering myself under the umbrella of Advaitacharya's words or Shiva's words, but feeling solace from Lord Chaitanya's blessings. If everyone realizes it, for whom will I show the drama then? All right, I will show the drama, but I'll protect you. What is his name? Vishnu Jan Swami was walking with Prabhupada. And Chotarada Thakur pastime Prabhupada discusses, I think the day before. And on the morning walk, Vishnu Jan Swami asks Prabhupada, what if a sannyasi falls down? He should end his life. So what is the solution? Prabhupada said, he should end his life. When Prabhupada said that, Vishnu Jan Swami immediately stopped. He didn't go forward. But Prabhupada never turned back, never looked back, right? So the entourage continued walking in the beach. Prabhupada said, but Kali Yuga, it's very difficult. Chant the holy name. Chant the holy name, Prabhupada said that. But unfortunately, Vishnu Maharaj didn't hear that. Vishnu Maharaj did not hear that. Vishnu Maharaj heard in the first portion. You're all listening?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Then Prabhupada said, Kali Yuga, what can we do? Chant. And not that this was the first case. Yeah, I don't know how many of you know Madhudisa Swami. Wow, Prabhupada right hand man. And from America, he went to Australia, he created revolution. Actually, I happened to watch a video probably 1-2 years ago. You know, there was a Prabhupada was doing a class in the university. They were making this like, these are all Christian bastions, Christian bells. And Prabhupada is purity, I mean, Prabhupada, somebody was sincere. Prabhupada wanted, you're a Christian, sincere, please chant God. You follow your religion strictly and chant God's name according to your religion. Prabhupada said that. We know God, we know God has a name, we chant that name. If you know God has a name and you chant that name, you're okay with that. Prabhupada said that. If not, you chant our God's name, because God has a name. He's not, God is just a vague name. It's just a designation, But anyway, Prabhupada was giving class. I mean, it's there available. But the students were making a lot of noise. And Madhudisa, I think that time he was Prabhu still Brahmachari, based on the dress. So he said, ladies and gentlemen, this Swami has come all the way from India, very old gentleman. He has come to give, I'm paraphrasing, he has come to give us knowledge. My request, silence. That way we can hear whatever he is going to tell. But if you want to do something else, yes, like we can go outside and we can settle. Prabhupada looks like this. We can, yes, I'm ready for that. We can settle the scores outside. Wow. Prabhupada is listening. This he is telling in the mic. Then there is a little murmuring, of course. Because another people are people. But most of the people were silenced and Prabhupada resumed it. But later, Madhudisa, he took sannyas and he had a problem. 1 year, he was the GBC actually. 1 year he didn't come. He didn't show his face. Prabhupada was very sad. Some people are very, very trusted actually. Many actually, Prabhupada loved them, they gave their lives to Prabhupada. And they did an amazing service. They created revolution actually. But they had problems. So 1 year later, Madhudisa Prabhu went to Prabhupada. Prabhupada embraced him actually. Prabhupada cried and, Prabhupada gave gifts. And Prabhupada told in the story of elephant, Gajendra and crocodile. Prabhupada said Gajendra was in waters. He was not getting food. Contrary, crocodile was getting blood in water, in the waters, getting blood, situated in the comfortable position. And Krishna consciousness to fight against Maya, one should be situated in their normal elements. What is your normal element? And not that elephant doesn't have problems outside, and not that crocodile doesn't have problem inside in the waters. But relatively, where are you comfortably situated at? Prabhupada gave gifts to Madhudisa Swami's wife, I don't know her name, but and Prabhupada told him, preach Hare Krishna. So this is actually the whole thing is about, I don't think anyone discusses this in any temples because most of the people supporting Maya, that's why Maya doesn't shake them also. Give me that, give me this, give me that, give me this. Yes, all right. You drink alcohol, you drink liquor, illicit sex, meat eating, intoxication, gambling, fine. You do this, you do some little $30, $50, $100. Come to Ramnavami festival, that festival, this Baba is God, that Baba is God. Then you are not doing anything actually. I mean, you are not doing any harm to Kali. You are fully supporting Kali actually. Then why will Kali disturb you? But Hare Krishna devotees, hey, look, I don't care you. I want to go back to Godhead. Hare Krishna. Naranarayan Rishi, Indra is sending Ramba Urasim, Ramba Manaka, not Urasim, sorry. Ramba Manaka, everyone. Or anybody does little tapasya, he would send. He sends us also. Sometimes agitation comes from where? Demigods facilitate that because they're in control of our senses. Then Maya penetrates. Kali creates quarrel. Kali creates quarrel with other devotees, other people. And demigods facilitate and Maya penetrates our mind, our inner consciousness and our senses, and we are agitated. Revolve, join the club. Nothing new. Anyone has any experience of this type of things? Huh?
All the time, Prabhuji. Very difficult.
All the time, join the club. But only thing, rather than generalizing it, no, pray every time, pray sincerely. Never give it up. Krishna knows this, Lord Chaitanya knew this. So he knew this. But don't give up the hope. Try your best. What do you say? If I say, I wonder when Mataji asked me, many people, they regard me as their father. You're never attacked by Maya. I said, Maya killed me almost. I'm still alive though, just superficially the skeletal structure. But actually I'm sincere though, sincerely trying my best. So don't worry about the momentary defeats. Don't worry about the momentary, injuries caused by Maya. But we should not become instrument of Kali and create problem in the organization, in the community, in the group, whatsoever. How many of you agree?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Agree. We don't have enough strength. But pray that, my Lord, please let me become your instrument, not instrument of Maya, instrument of Kali. We should pray that. Even if, impelled by greed, all these impurities, greed, anger, lust, envy, don't act on it. Let Maya not use us as her agent. Let Kali not use us as his agent. But then Lord Chaitanya will use us as his agent. Lord Nityananda Prabhu would use us as his, as his, would use us as his agent. What is Lord Chaitanya's? Why was he investing time? This sannyasi will change. He'll go alcohol. Infatuated with the beauty, so much affected by seeing the blue beauty of Lord Chaitanya, he would change. Nityananda, of course, they are beautiful. They would change because they rendered a direct double service to the Supreme Personality of Godheads. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu, they would change. They've chanted holy name once. Yesterday only I was reading, if you have chanted Hare Krishna mantra once, Harinam once, all your sinful reactions are counteracted. Nobody said pure name, Shuddhanam. No, it's not mentioned. No, but of course, Prabhupada also is not only name, but how you chant is also mentioned. No doubt, Prabhupada gives what is that, purport to it. But thing is, we should have that faith. When we go to a program and a newcomer comes and chants Hare Krishna, that's it. One day they'll say Krishna. That is the power Lord Chaitanya has invested. And the holy name, Nam Namakare Bhodane Jasara Sakti. Everyone is listening?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
But for this whole process, what is detrimental? Is impersonalism, Mayavad. Oh, Krishna is a person. If you go and tell Radharani, Krishna is an illusion. God is Brahman. I mean, rather will not look at us actually. or tell Yashoda, or tell Gopis, or tell Brajavasis, or tell even Vaikuntha residents, or any sincere, or tell Hanumanji, tell friends of Krishna. They think we are crazy, and they will not look at our face actually. So Advaitacharya resorted to the worst, what is that? He resorted to the highest way. He was portraying, he was showing the highest thing of negativity so that Lord Chaitanya would take action. What is that? He started discussing Mayavad. He started giving the interpretations, on Yoga Vasishta. It's a book based on Mayavad. According to that, what everything comes from, God is invisible, impersonal, absolute, no name, no form. Hare Krishna. So they both, the lords jumped in the Ganga upstream, swimming across. But they were, as the Lord Chaitanya suddenly, Nada! I was sleeping on the milk ocean. But your call woke me up. What is that? Your call woke me up. So he knew what Lord Chaitanya is present in everyone's heart. So I am that, I'm he, I'm that. But now what are you doing? So you called me, and now what you're doing? And you're speaking that type of teachings that will cover my form, cover bhakti. I will punish you. Whole world will see. So, and he said like thundering voice. And Nityananda Prabhu, he knew what's happening. Nityananda Prabhu understood, smiling. They swam across Ganga, and finally reached Advaitacharya. Sorry, Advaitacharya Santipur, So he saw, when he saw the both brothers entering into his courtyard, so he became more ecstatic. Advaitacharya was giving class. The Lord is the Supreme Absolute, is so great. He is impersonal, invisible, absolute. He has no name, he has no form. Brahman transforms into, when mixes with mode of goodness, transforms this, mixes with mode of passion, transforms this. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu could not believe his eyes. Then Lord Chaitanya entered, everyone offered obeisances. Sita Thakurani, Haridas Thakur offered obeisances. But then Sita Thakurani saw the face, he was angry. Then he's with anger, roaring with anger, he said, Nada, tell me, what is superior? Speculative knowledge or devotional service? Or he said, Bhakti or Jnana? Advaitacharya said, of course. Of course. Speculative knowledge is superior. What is the use of bhakti if you don't have knowledge? Hare Krishna. What is the use of so-called bhakti, if it's not supported by, impersonal knowledge? And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became so angry, he roared. He jumped on Advaitacharya and he pulled him from his asana, he dragged him into the courtyard and he threw him and started beating him actually. Advaitacharya's mother is As her wife is Sita Thakurani, universal mother. She knew everything, but that day, oh, please, wait, stop. He's an old Brahman. What benefit you'll get by chastising him? He may not survive your beatings. So you cannot, it's difficult to avoid the consequences of your own actions. That was smiling, and Haridas Thakur started chanting Krishna, 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 Hare, Krishna, Hare, Krishna, 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 Hare, Hare, Ram, 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 Hare, Hare. And Lord Chaitanya was so angry, didn't he hear their words? Hey, I was sleeping on Anantasesh, and your call, your roaring, your call woke me up from a slumber. You saw you said nobody was a devotee, nobody was chanting, practicing devotional service. Everyone was bereft of devotional service in the Kali Yuga. You inaugurated spreading bhakti, and you found it difficult, so you called me down to propagate, and now you yourself, start spreading these speculative theories. Then why you asked me to come down? Why are you cheating me? Then why did you ask me to come down if this is what you wanted? This is what you wanted. And Arjuna, so finally, he stopped, and he went and he got up and sat next to the doorway. Then he said, now I should know, I am the one who killed Kamsa. Shiva, Brahma, Anantasesh, Lakshmi Devi, they all worship me constantly. That Poundrak Vasudev, who said, I am the original Krishna, but I am the impostor. He told me I am the impostor. He was killed I killed him with my Sudarshan disc. The entire city of Varanasi, my Sudarshan, reduced the entire Varanasi into ashes. And Ravana, the most powerful Ravana, I killed him. And Banasur was so proud and arrogant, and I cut off his arms. And Naraka, with all his powers, I destroyed him. To cut off the pride of Indra, I lifted Govardhan hill. And I brought Parijata tree, onto the earth. And it's I who took everything from Bali and gave it to Devatas. But of course, I benedicted him for his surrender. However powerful Hiranyakashipu may be, however, whatever the number of powers he had, in the boons he obtained from Brahma, I killed him, Hiranyakashipu, and protected my devotee Prahlad. In that, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was revealing himself, I am this, I am this, I am this. And Advaitacharya he was submerged in the ocean of bliss. Haribo. And what did he start clapping? Amazing, amazing, amazing. And he started dancing. Lord Chaitanya didn't understand. My Lord, where are your words flattering me now? What happened to you all? You are my Guru's God brother. Where are those words? You can insult me, no problem, my Lord. I am neither Narad Muni, whose remnants of rice you smeared on your body. Sorry, the Durvasmani, not Narad Muni, I'm sorry. So I am not Durvasmani who gave you trouble. I am not Bhrigu Muni who kicked you on your chest. Still you are so humble to them. You know, my Lord, I want to be your servant birth after birth. I want to receive your remnants. I'm simply Advaita. You are a servant to servant. Though they give you trouble, Durvasmana gave you trouble. But you said, you were very humble to them. Bhrigamuni gave you trouble, you were very humble to them. I was not giving you trouble. I am servant of your servant. I want, that's the position I am hankering. Birth after birth. But what happened? You kept me away. Anybody who gets your remnants and mercy, they protect themselves from the power of Maya. Now, because I gave, visibly gave you trouble, you punished me. Thank you very much. Now give me your mercy. And I have shelter at your lotus feet. So what he did, Advaita Acharya fell at Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's lotus feet, putting his head on Lord Chaitanya's feet. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu could not understand for a minute. Wow, Haribol. So he picked up Advaita and I put him on his lap. And, tears flooded his eyes. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu understood he was strict. And when Advaita Acharya revealed his pure devotion, tears were cascading from his eyes. Advaita Acharya, tears were flowing from his eyes. Nityananda Prabhu, Haridas Thakur, they could not control their ecstatic emotions of such devotional fervor. By Advaita Acharya, tears were flowing from their eyes. Sita Devi, Achyutananda, servants, they were all crying. And the whole home of Advaita Acharya was filled with, submerged in with Krishna Prema. Haribol, Hare Krishna. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu embraced him, but at the same time he felt ashamed. Hare, pakada gaya. Cha. So he chastised severely. And now he wanted to compensate that. He wanted to offer a boon. Oh, Advaita Acharya, if anyone takes your shelter, smallest shelter, even insect, a worm, your shelter, insect, worm, animal, bird, even if he commits a million offenses offenses against me, I will still grant him blessings because they have taken your shelter. And then, when Advaita Acharya heard this, wow, Advaita Acharya, he held Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's lotus feet tightly, crying like a child. My Lord, then I want you to give me this boon. If anyone, give me this boon, if anyone follows me and worships me, but does not serve your lotus feet, let that person, let that devotion of that person destroy him only. I cannot accept anybody who does not serve you. Let him be my son or servant. I'll consider him a great offender and I'll reject them. Anyone who neglects you, I don't want to see their face. Hare Krishna. But anybody who worships you, my Lord, they automatically become my best friend. A fool sometimes, they ignore you and worship millions of demigods. But the millions of demigods cannot entertain you, that guy, my Lord. They'll eventually be destroyed. I'm not just telling this. This is a essence of the scriptures. Sudakshana is the proof. This is Sudakshana. Sudakshana was son of a king of Kasi. Everyone is listening?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
So when Paundrak Vasudeva was killed by Krishna, Paundrak Vasudeva's story was great actually. And then Paundrak Vasudeva's friend was the king of Kasi. He was also killed. And the Kasiraj's son was the Sudakshina. He became so upset. He worshipped Lord Shiva. And obtained a boon. And Shiva said, if you perform this, this fearsome creature will come and render service to you. But never use this power against Vaishnavas. Who said that? Lord Shiva. But in his haste, in his strong desire to kill Krishna, or Krishna's, destroy everything belongs to Krishna, he ignored Lord Shiva's that one instruction. And he did the fire sacrifice, and this, what do you call, he performed his abhichara sacrifice. And from that sacrifice came a terrible form. 3 hands, 3 legs, and 3 heads. This terrible form, like, what should I do, sir? Go and burn the city of Dwarka. Then the creatures felt very sad. Hey, look, I cannot do that. But that is order your master gave. The creature went to Dwarka. But who was guarding Dwarka? Sudarsana disk. When this what is that, ghostly creature came to destroy Dwarka, Sudarshan Chakra attacked him. When Sudarshan attacked him, this giant surrendered. Please, please, please. Durvasmuni could not escape your wrath. Who am I? Nobody can, no one can protect themselves against your wrath. So what can I do? So tell me what I should do. When he offered praise to Sudarshan Chakra said, all right, I will not kill you, but you go on to destroy the prince, and by fire. The terrible giant came back and destroyed the king, prince of Kasi, Sudakshina, and the entire city was burnt. Hare Krishna. So this Sudakshina, the son of king of Kasi, he tried. He felt that Lord Shiva is ultimate, and he tried to override you, my Lord, and was destroyed. Hare Krishna. So anybody approaches me, neglecting your Lord's feet, I will destroy them. You are the Lord of my life. Satrajit got a Shamantaka jewel. But what did you tell him? Satrajit, give that jewel to Maharaj Ugrasen. But Satrajit disobeyed you, my Lord. And what happened? He lost his life. Sun God was unhappy for that reason. They both were killed. He and his brother were killed because Sun God was upset. Duryodhan was a disciple of Balram. Duryodhan worshipped Balram. But Duryodhan disregarded you. He and his entire Kaurava race was exterminated. Hiranyakashipu became practically invisible by the boons of Brahma. And he became proud of that. But what happened? He was destroyed because he had no faith on you. He did not surrender to you. Ravana was a powerful king of his time. Worshipped, having received so many benedictions from Lord Shiva, he felt himself invincible. And he became so offensive and he challenged you. My Lord, you have destroyed him and his family. Whatever happens in this world it happens by your cause. This see. If anyone tries to worship the servant but disregards the master of that's if anyone worships the servant and disregards the master of that servant will not be happy, my Lord. We are all your servants. You are our master. If somebody worships us but rejects you, we want them to be destroyed. Worshipping Lord Shiva without worshipping you is like pouring water on the leaf without pouring water on the root. Because you are also the source of Lord Shiva. You are the cause of the Vedas, you are the cause of Brahmins, you are the cause of sacrifices, you are the cause of dharma, you are the cause of religious practices. But even a person who is very knowledgeable, does everything, but he rejects your lotus feet, I condemn that person. Arivo. Lord Chaitanya heard these words, Advaita Charya's prayers. Lord Chaitanya said, listen, Advaita. Those who worship me directly but ignore my servants, they are righteous. They are cutting my body into pieces. In other words, we serve Krishna but ignore devotees. We should know we are giving trouble to. We are actually doing harm to Krishna. Actually, there is a saying in this regard. Krishnadas, this is Chaitanya Bhagavat, but Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami says one thing. You want to hear? He says, when you do some service to devotees, or when you do service to Krishna or Lord Chaitanya, you are massaging his feet. But when you offend devotees, you are pushing pins in the body of Krishna. I hope I'll remember this next time when I talk. When you offend devotees, you are pushing pins in the body of Krishna. Haribol. How many of you are listening? Huh?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Who is a devotee? What is his name? Satyaraj Khan asks Lord Chaitanya, who is a devotee? A person who says your name once is a devotee. Next day he asks, who is a devotee? A person who follows strictly the regulative principles and does nice sadhana. In our case, sadhana is 16 rounds. He's a nice devotee. I mean, a person received initiation is a nice devotee. The year later he says, a person who doesn't criticize anybody but practicing bhakti and the highest level is a devotee. And the last year he says, who is a devotee? By seeing whom other person remembers Krishna and says he chants Krishna's name, that person is a devotee. They're all devotees. We should not offend anybody. Yes, our impurities are there. The 6 viruses of mind are there. What are the 6 viruses?
6 anarthas.
What are those?
Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Matsarya.
Mada is also there, pride. Why do we offend devotees? Pride. Why do we judge people? Pride. We think we are better than others. I'm telling it's easy, I'm talking, I'm nonsense number one in this section. So anyway, if somebody chants the holy name sincerely and without offending devotees, Lord Chaitanya says, I'll take them back to Godhead. Wow. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktarinda. So, but people who, if they worship me, but they offend devotees, their worship is like throwing burning charcoals on my body. We should remember this every time. If that devotee who criticizes my devotees, offends my devotees, but chants my name, usually my name fulfills all the desires. But when a person who chants my name but criticizes the devotees and offends the devotees, my name will destroy them. That is my way of showing compassion. All right, Krishna. Can everyone hear this? Huh?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
One lecture, Radhana Swami said, a person who is an offender, there's a lecture called Maya Seizes the Offender. I encourage everyone to hear that. But there is one more lecture, Maya knows ins and outs. Somehow that lecture is lost. Amazing lecture, actually. Don't speak ill of others. Don't criticize others. The famous statement, two people have a problem, either or both want something other than Krishna. Hare Krishna. Amazing statement, right? If two people have a problem, what does it mean? Either or both want something other than Krishna. Amazing, right?
Yes, Prabhuji.
They both want something other than Krishna, or either or both want something other than Krishna. Either want something other than Krishna. What do you think? Huh?
So true, Prabhuji.
So, in Lord Chaitanya is telling, probably next time I'll remember this. If you are criticizing devotees, if you are offending devotees, you are worshipping me at the same time, chanting holy name every day, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. It is like throwing burning charcoals on my body, Haribol. How many? Can I give an example?
Yes, please, Prabhuji.
I'll never forget this actually. Sometimes, that's why this world, if you are too much Rajo gets you results, but mixed results. Hare Krishna. One day I was sitting, we were in Vrindavan Yatra. So today I remember coals, hard coals, charcoals. Everyone knows charcoal mean, right? Is there anybody who doesn't know charcoals, hard charcoals? We all know, right? In India,
Yes.
So what happened? We were actually, we were in the bus in Vrindavan Yatra, some Vrindavan Yatra. One of the senior most brahmacharis, I cannot say very senior, but relatively, compared to me, he was very senior, no doubt. So he's one of the, senior brahmachari, I can say senior, one of the senior brahmacharis. We were talking, I lived there for 2.5 years. I made friendship, So it was his good self, noble self that, he came down to my level. We were talking. Suddenly what happened? This is Vrindavan. And he asked me something and I became angry. I don't remember now so much. I became angry. So probably not like that. And I justified myself. I was right. But this is senior devotee talking to me, and I don't remember why I became angry, but I became angry. And less than 1 minute, we reached our destination. We have to get down. Vrindavan, so I think that time, because I was losing my shoes, slippers, I stopped taking slippers during Yatra. And can you believe? Actually, 2 minutes later, we reached the place. So then I said, all get down, get down, get down. I was in the front seat, So it's an offense that to this Vrindavan. That's why I tell people, every round you chant is equal to 100 rounds. Every offense you do is equal to 100 offenses. I got down the bus. I was the first one to get down. And the next to our bus, one person, he was actually frying pallis, peanuts, groundnuts. You all know that, right? In India, they put sand and they put peanuts and they fry and they sell it out. And because our bus came, what he did, in order to allow the bus to park, he moved a little bit further. And from his fire, a few coals fell on the ground, hot charcoals. And the first one to get down because of my offense, Vrindavan Dham didn't like it. This Prabhu is so senior to Yugal Kishore Das Ji. So take this little punishment. I stepped on hard coals. Haribol. I'm going to reflect it. I said, wow, Vrindavan Dham is powerful. I never thought this is so powerful. In less than 2-3 minutes, you'll get reaction to your your actions. Everyone is listening or not?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes,
Yes,
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Amazing,
Prabhuji, you will realize right away, or it will take some time to realize, Prabhuji.
There and then you'll realize if you're sincere. At least I realized there and then. So, I became unnecessarily angry for no reason. And senior devotee and Krishna is telling, hey, this is Dham. So you have to pay a little price. So, no. Why is their ego? Only to tell us we are right. I can tell many more examples in my life like that. Still I don't tell on it sad thing. Um, um, so can you believe when somebody massages your feet, I don't know how happy you'll be, but somebody pushes pins in your body, how will you feel? Or whether you do massage my feet or not, that's okay, but don't push pins in my body, right? I wish the whole temple listen to this lecture, actually, especially myself. We'll continue on this next week. Thank you very much. If I've spoken anything wrong, do excuse me as your humble servant. Very grateful for your patient audience. 9 o'clock. Anyone has any comment or no question?
Prabhuji, thank you for the wonderful class. Just contemplating on the last point which you talked about, Prabhu. How do I realize? And now here you're saying you immediately realize, but sometimes we take time to contemplate and then we connect the dots, saying that, oh, X happened because of Y thing and all that stuff. And then this line also which you said, that is actually thinking itself is so painful that, pushing the pins to Krishna's body. How do I remember this every moment, Prabhu, so that I don't do that mistake?
Actually, for example, so we have to constantly hear this version. I know this, that, pushing pins in the body, I know it, but I forgot. By coming in the association of devotees and discussing this, yes, right, you know this, right? You quoted many times, right? Then why you forgot? Every minute, actually recently somebody called me. I mean, actually that is the real thing. My brother called me and said, we have done 7 days kirtan, non-stop, 24/7. And we are floating in ecstasy. I told him, don't worry, it'll come down tomorrow. I said, what? Really? Yeah, that is there only for one more day. And after that, it will come down. I told him, we chant Haridas Thakur disappears day 1 night 2 rounds. Next day morning when you sleep, when you sleep and go to bed, Tamagun takes over. Next day it will be 0. This we have been doing. This we have been experiencing. So Prabhuji, Maya, the moral of the story is you are trying to, just give me a minute, I'll show you something. Can you see me?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Can everyone see me? Just if you are able to see me, then I'll try to show you something.
Yes, Prabhuji.
I'm sorry. So we are all covered by Maya like this. You're trying to lift like this. Maya covers like this. We are trying to lift like this. Maya covers like this. Trying to lift like that. Maya covers like this.
Not only that, Prabhu, she gives left and right after putting on the face.
I know. That is another thing. By putting like this, she punches left and right. True. Thank you for telling that. So, yes, Prabhuji, we have impurities. But great thing is what we have is association, Sangha. In the association of Sangha only, that layer is lifted. But as soon as we go to some other place, it is closed, covered. That's why here. Yesterday I was taking class for this deity worship. Deity worship should be balanced with the hearing. If not, a person who doesn't hear, he will offend devotees. And you have every reason to do that. Why is there ego? Only to tell you're right. How many of you agree?
Completely.
One time I heard a great $1 million statement. Vaishnavism is beyond being right. Wow. Okay, you're right. Who cares? You defend. Who cares? Our ego, we offend devotees. False ego, and especially in me actually, in ahankar. If somebody is riding on the way of success, we offend devotees. Senior, offend devotees. We judge juniors, we judge. Seniors should be more careful actually. Right? Especially ladies should not offend gents, gents should not offend ladies, senior ladies should not offend junior ladies, senior prabhus should not offend junior prabhus. Junior prabhus should not offend senior prabhus, senior prabhus should not offend junior prabhus. Senior, overall together, senior devotees should not offend junior devotees should not offend senior devotees. Overall, nobody should offend any devotee. Interesting.
Yes, Prabhuji.
That's it.
Prabhuji, I have a question. Sometimes it seems like devotees are upset, but we don't know what offense we have done because of which they are upset. So in that situation, what to do, Prabhuji?
Devotees are upset when you don't know what offense you have done. If you're honest to yourself, offer prayers. Sometimes people will be upset left and right anyway. So my point is very simple. Why there should be some reason why they are upset, right?
Yeah, but we don't know. So
if you don't know why they are upset, every day there is one solution to. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhya patitanam pavanabhya vaishnavyanam. But if you know it, you break the ice. If not, that's it. What can you do? If you do not even know why they are upset, or they are not talking to you, then go and ask them. Kali Yuga, actually. Recently, somebody said, for example, they'll come to your home, you have some birthday, some party, and you're so busy, you don't wish them. And you're so busy, you don't wish them. And there are 100 people. Like, for example, Janmashtami happens. And you are telling this, it happens to me also. And 101 things happen there, actually. Ours is a big machinery. So we just make an announcement, please forgive. If they really, no, he did not, he wished everyone, but he did not wish me. What can we do? So offer prayer to, if you're sincere, Krishna will protect you, Prabhuji. I'll give you one small thing if you don't mind.
Sure,
It's
Prabhuji.
a little late though. How many of you were present when our temple was opened, not the date installation? We opened our temple 2015, open to the public. We got the property, renovation happened later. We used to put pictures and do the show. How many of you were there?
Yeah. On the very first day?
Very first day, yes.
Okay.
So, what happened? I mean, many of you are there, of course. I started glorifying 2-3 people. Then, if you glorify only 2-3 people, then I started glorifying everyone. But one Prabhu who would come, maybe, I knew he might have come 5 times, 6 times. I did not take his name to say thank you. Prabhuji never came afterwards. He never came. Oh, never came is a very superfluous statement. He came after 4-5 years. But he joined, he started following some other organization. But this time, only reason I did not, everyone was glorified that day. Only one person. Whoever was there in the audience, as far as I remember that. That person's name, I don't know. I cannot tell you, Prabhuji, what's your name. He was offended. So, practicing spirituality in Kali Yuga is very deadly thing, Prabhuji. Simple thing, you offer, if you're sincere, you'll be protected. That's what I can tell you. Or somebody is not speaking, you can go and ask them. But as long as you're sincere, Krishna, you'll be protected. Simple thing, say before beginning of the Bhagavatam rounds, after it's saying your, what is that, Sikshashtakam, Vanchakalpatarubhyasya, Prabhasindibhyasya, Vadidanam Pavanam Vaishnavya Namanam, you'll be protected. Okay? So we have to have a call actually. We'll end it now and we'll continue next.
Sure, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Dandavat Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada. I'm ending now.